Hello, everybody. We love you. Welcome to Alpha You Mind Masters United Earth Angels Series, episode 23 already. That's awesome. Who am I? I'm the host, Toby Staples, and I'm the founder of Alpha You Mind Mastery, but I'm an Earth Angel. Yes, here to empower you. What do? I support spiritual warriors feeling conflict, confusion, and chaos back to feeling calmness, clarity, and a vibrant state of being, living on purpose with intention. I've authored 16 books, and I'm here to empower you. Andy, as the co-host, is going to introduce herself. Andy, take it away.
Hello. I'm Andy Joe, and I am a mother of 11 and a wife to a husband that puts up with me and the 11 kids. And I am a published author. I have one book on Amazon and Lulu and other places. I don't know. It's global, so I haven't looked to see where it all is, but it's titled How to Manage Being a Boy Mom, The Good and Bad Moments, and my Girl Mom book will be out by the end of this month. I am an Earth Angel also, and I'm here for anybody who needs a listening ear or advice from my experiences.
Awesome, guys. Today we're going to take off our episode 23. We're talking about family trauma. And we all know about that, whether we keep it in denial or hidden in a suitcase away, packed away in that emotional baggage or not. We've all experienced family trauma in one way or another. And we all come from generations that have been silenced and stigmatized by it and told, hey, what happens in the house stays in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Or don't air out your dirty laundry. Or keep that in here. No matter what we were living. Yeah. We weren't supposed to talk about it. We weren't supposed to share it. We weren't supposed to even identify it. We were meant to suck it up and get over it. We all know what that is. So let's jump into it today for episode 23, family trauma. Andy, what do you want to talk about family trauma? What would you like to add to today's episode?
Well, one of my issues of my family trauma is my mother got pregnant with me unplanned. She was seeing a man that either worked at the university or went to the university and was a social studies major. I don't know. But he found out that my mom was pregnant with me, and he came to my grandpa's house to talk to my mom. And my grandpa flat out looked at him and said, "My daughter don't need you. My grandchild don't need you. If I catch you here again, I will unalive you." Yeah, that's part of my family trauma. So I've never met him, but I'm going to. I am going to do searches, as Toby has told me, in the area he lives, and I want to find him. And if he has passed away, I want to know his family. I want to know. That's a missing puzzle piece. I need to find it.
You know, it's crazy because I can relate to you, because had it not been for my dad's second cousin, my dad's cousin, who I had actually met by my dad's stubbornness. You see, I had attended a funeral. I don't normally do funerals, but I had attended a funeral to conform to what my dad had wished for. And he had said, "Look, I'm not going if you don't go." And I was like, "Well, you have to go, so I'll go," like, so when we were there, he forcibly made me connect with his cousin. And he was like, "Toby, I know you don't like to meet people, but you need to meet this cousin." Well, little to know that she was the key to hold all of my ancestry later on. You see? So things happen that are meant to happen for unexplainable reasons until they're explained later on, And for whatever reason, it was an adventure for me to actually have that now, like to know all that knowledge, because through family trauma and divorce, I was disconnected with my relatives. So I get that. So that disconnection was from birth. Mine was a little bit older, but that's disconnection, and the not knowing does implant the confusion, chaos, and conflict within.
Yeah. I tried to push it away, tried to act like it didn't upset me or affect me for a very long time because I knew that my stepdad wasn't my dad. Hell, I'm the one that met my stepdad and introduced him to my mom. So I knew he wasn't my real dad. But I tried to act like it didn't bother me.
So when did you discover it bothered you?
Friday.
Friday night, that first class was a whammy, eh? I told everybody, you attend that first class, it's going to change your life.
Oh, yeah.
And it did, didn't it?
Yeah. Like all the answers, like the yes, no, good, bad things that you did. Dad, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. I said, oh, okay.
Now, was that because I designed that exercise, eh? Literally, from what I had to do myself to identify and look and through the family trauma.
Yeah.
Because that's what it was. It was an exercise of a really detailed list.
Yep.
And how have you felt since?
I feel free because I know that it upset me. Instead of ignoring the fact that it upsets me, I still feel upset about it, and it's okay. I'll be upset about it until I find more answers. But I don't feel restrained. So,
do you see the correlation of that now with all of the bad relationships that you accepted through your life when it came to men?
definitely. Definitely.
That's the huge correlation that has to be understood.
Oh, yeah. I knew there was a reason. I just didn't dig into it, but I knew there was a reason of all the past relationships that I've had.
Yeah. But hey, that's what happens in family lineage and trauma, and we don't even realize it. It happens unaware until we do exercises like that and then bring everything to light, you know?
Yeah.
And you know what? It doesn't matter what's happened. Once it comes to light, it can be changed.
Yeah.
But we don't even realize it's there until we take a look at it, right?
Yep.
I'm grateful that you took the time to do it, though, and I'm grateful that you said, yes, I'm coming to empowering you, and that first night was a big impact on everybody. But that's the way it's supposed to be. Immediate, effective results anytime you work with Toby.
Absolutely.
Guys, family trauma gets leaked through the lineages. Why? Because our body stores the emotions. This is what you don't understand. You know, it wasn't our parents' fault, and it's not about shaming and blaming and guilting the lineages before. If they didn't know better, they could not do better. So what was the not doing better? Well, the not doing better is actually having the ability to heal. That's what really the doing better is for yourself. That is the only doing better for yourself, is healing what has harmed you. Because there is really only you in your now, and you're creating everything in your reality and existence. So it's very, very, very important that, you know, symbiotic relationship with self, so that you can have a symbiotic relationship with loving things and interactions in your life. And we've been stigmatized through that, leaking through the generations. Come on. Oh, don't talk about that because people are going to think you're crazy. Oh, quiet. Oh, no, that never happened. Oh, no, no, no. She's too emotional. Don't listen to her truth because, hey. Then it exposes us and all of our darkness. Listen, come on. It happens to all of us.
Yep.
Now's the time to talk about it. And we've all had family trauma, whether it's, hey, how many of us comes of grandparents who went to war, who were active in the service? That's not trauma? Of course it is.
Yeah, it is.
That
My
affected
grandpa, I'm sorry, Toby, I didn't mean to interrupt
Go
you.
ahead. No, I want you to feedback on that.
My grandfather, my grandparents met in the Navy and they got married. And my grandma stayed stateside. And my grandpa traveled everywhere and went to fight and stuff like that. He had a girlfriend on every coast. He got a woman pregnant here in the States just before he got my grandma pregnant with her first child. Knowing that, it's a lot for a teenager. I learned that when I was a teenager about my grandfather, who I was his favorite.
Well, my grandfather served overseas, but his father was a prisoner of war. So the trauma of being a prisoner of war leaked down to my grandfather wanting to be in the military, in the army. And he actually went overseas and he rode on a Harley Davidson at the front of the troops, cutting the tripwires so that the troops could go through. So he was a frontliner.
Yeah.
So this is where I get that frontliner, like, yes, I'm ready to lead the troops. Let's do this, Earth Angels. Like, yeah, it's in my genetics. So there's not a lot of, it's not all bad things that leak through. But when my grandfather came back from the war, he was a very young man and he had kept in communications with my grandmother, who he wanted to marry from the whole time he was over there. They had met before he went overseas. Well, when he came back and he married her, he never had time to heal. He was forced into having to work and marry and provide for a home and provide for a family and do the best that he could without even having a chance to heal. So obviously that affected him with everything he thought, said, and did from that point on without the healing.
Mm-hmm.
Which then it leaks down to the kids, because then his children were produced from that state. So he was traumatized by the war and produced his children from that state. So that's factually how it ends up leaking down, is because of the state of being during the reproductive course of the next generation. And we don't even look at it on that level. But it's factually, that's how things get leaked down and we don't even realize it's within us.
Yep.
You see, like I just mentioned, my grandfather's front of the troops, cutting the tripwires, riding on a Harley and ready for war. That's where I get it from. That's leaked through the generations, through my mother, because my mother is his first child. But my mother is also the product of a very traumatized war soldier and my grandmother. So we got to look at every side of it. Like I walked you guys through that exercise, because there are so many different dynamics and so many influential factors of all of the trauma and the traumatized beings who were influential in and it's not anybody's fault. It's just that the trauma exists because it gets stored there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what do you want to say about that, Andy?
Well, my mom was one of 6. She was the third born. I couldn't remember, but she was the third born. And she always felt like the black sheep, She didn't stay in the church. She didn't, she made me go to church, which whatever. But she was always the odd one out, I guess. She felt like So it's just it made me feel that way for a while because she voiced it to me that she was always a black sheep. You know, they pick on me, they do this, they do that, they won't let me be a part of this, won't let me be a part of that. It, I used to let it bother me, and I talked to all my aunts, I talked to all my uncles. You know, they invite me to things. Do I take all my kids, tell them things? No, not all the time. Every now and then I will, because I don't feel like chasing them, or I don't feel like just, I don't know. I want to take my kids to do stuff with me, not with everybody else. But yeah, that's part of growing up also, is having your own family and doing stuff with your family and not worried about, you know, every family get together for, you know, your aunts, uncles, and all that. But yeah, my mom always felt like she was a black sheep. So they always did stuff with me when I was a kid. They always took me like to Myrtle Beach and Florida, and grandpa always took me on road trips, you know, but she stayed home all the time. So I don't know. But it does leak down to the next generation. And I hope that she heals, because I can still feel that she hasn't. She acts like she has, but I can still feel it. But my kids aren't going to feel my hurt, my anything, because I'm healing from it. Not completely healed yet. Thought I was. But not completely.
Oh, so you had a taste of that Toby sauce and you thought you were healed too?
Yeah.
Hey, is that what happened to you?
Yeah. But
Oh,
this
I'm
whole,
glad that you joined in the program then, because that happens to a lot of people, you know. I'm glad you
yeah.
mentioned that, because that's facts. People get a taste of what I uncover a little bit and they think they're healed.
No. I'm more healed than I was this time last year.
There you go. And guess what? By that end of that 17-week program, you are going to be a completely different person.
Nice. I can't wait.
You
Actually, I
already know
can
that.
wait.
You
I
already know
can't.
that.
Yeah, I know. I know I'm going to.
But I don't think you were prepared for such a big whammy, eh, that first night?
No, it was not. I was not. I was like, well, shit.
That's okay though, because that's the exploration and discovery that I talked about. You got to look at it like an investigator and
Yeah.
not feel the emotions of it, just investigate it. Find it. Because that is the key to knowing it, is to find it. And then the minute you find it, you just flip it around, make it work for you and not against you. And that's the key to it all.
Yeah.
You see, you found out that you were lacking that connection because of family trauma to your father and to knowing your dad. So, knowing that now, that has turned into something good for you, because now it's fueled you to find him,
Mm-hmm.
to fill that void. But now you know that void is not filled by him. That is just a need that you would like to fulfill from your heart's desires,
Right.
because you are healing. I love it. I love it. Guys, you know, there's a lot of things that, you know, honestly, that we don't talk about. And it comes with, you know, traditions when you know, you're forced into doing things, or generational trauma, and even good things. Like there's a lot of good things that happens, but there are things that happen through trying to enforce good too. You know, like, let me say like this. You know, families that are well off that insist that the child become certain things as a career and do certain things. Well, that's also traumatizing when somebody's not allowed to follow their heart. So it's not always the big things that actually are leaked in family trauma that you may think. There's a lot of other things that aren't spoken about, like the forced course for the children, and the forced direction and the forced control and the narcissism, because that's real too. And a lot of people have come from generations of narcissism and they didn't even know what it was. They thought that this abuse that they were living is just normal, and it's not. And it's not okay either. And this is the biggest thing about correcting how we deal with things in the next generations to come. It's not about what's happened in the past. It's about where are we going forward and how are we moving to a new way that's beneficial for everybody to thrive and to try to rid the family trauma from everybody's being and from existing even in the homes. How do you do that? You empower individuals. You make people feel seen, loved, heard, and whole. And then they're able to do that with another, creating loving, structured homes and thriving, safe places for people to thrive in. Not where there's conflict, confusion, and chaos. Andy.
That doesn't work for anybody.
No. You want to jump in here?
I agree, Toby. I'm a little distracted today. I don't know why. I can't sit still.
I know why. It's because of the inner work that you triggered on Friday.
Yeah.
I know that. So I'm telling you what it is. I told you this is the cocoon phase. Be prepared for it, and you're feeling it. You don't want to sit still. That's your body fighting you. That's your body actually going, no, let's go. Let's get distracted here. Yeah. But it's okay, because we'll do this episode for a half an hour. We've been out here long enough for today anyway, and you've got things to do, and so do I. So at least we came out here for a half an hour to share our love and our wisdom and our knowledge with everybody. Guys, I encourage you all to speak up.
Yes.
Don't
speak
bottle it up.
We're here.
Yeah. You can reach out. And guys, come on out to the guided meditation tonight at 9:00 Eastern Standard Time with me. I'm going to be hosting a guided meditation. Yes, in my voice. No, it's not pre-recorded. It is live. I am leaving the doors open from 9:00 to 9:15. Everybody in the room can chit chat while people are coming in, welcome each other and everything. But at 9:15, I'm locking the door. Nobody else will get in, and I am starting a guided meditation without distraction or interruption until we're done. So if you would like to join us for the 9-9 portal today, which is amplified energetic influence focused on spiritual evolution and heart healing frequencies, you're more than welcome to join us tonight, because that's where I'll be at 9. And yes, Andrew is distracted. Andy's distracted. So I'm going to let her take the floor for 2 minutes and say her goodbyes and add whatever else she is wanting to say. And then I'm going to go through a couple of things that I can't forget to announce, and then we will wrap it up.
Okay. All right, guys. I will be at the guided meditation tonight. I'm hoping I can focus and participate. What time is it again?
9:00 Eastern Standard Time. But guess what? The only thing that you have to do is be there, mute yourself, and listen. You don't have to have your camera on. You just have to be there to listen and just mute your sound, because I don't want anybody's background noise to hinder the guided meditation once I start. But you don't even have to have your camera on. But if you have headphones on and you listen to it, you will feel the effects of it. But when we're doing the guided meditation, this is a different one. And you have to be seated or lying down. Okay? For this one.
I'll probably be a couple minutes late because I got to put the kids to bed at 9, they like
until 9:15 to get into the door before you get locked out tonight.
Okay. I'll be there 9:05 if that late. I might just leave Stephen in charge and be like, put them to bed, please.
That's okay. That's okay. But yeah, at 9:15, I'm closing the door so then I can dive in and take everybody on a journey without distraction or interruption. Because that's it. I don't, it's one thing when I'm having a class, or it's one thing, whatever, the in and outs, but not tonight for a guided meditation. If you get kicked out, well, then you're just going to have to stay in waiting and hear from that, because actually, I don't know how that works. But look, from when I jump into that guided meditation, it's not going to be, I'm not even going to be focused on who's trying to get in, who's whatever. No, none of that happens in that part. No. So 9:15, I'm locking out the doors and I'm taking everybody there on a journey of a lifetime to literally rid themselves of all of their restrictions and limitations that they're feeling about themselves right now. So it's going to be just as heavy hitting as that Friday night class was. Woo! Okay, guys, a couple of things that I want to mention again before we come off of here. Epic Legendary Summit comments. Link is in the comments. That's what I was trying to say. Ahead of myself because I'm so excited about it. Yes, the Epic Legendary Summit with Michael Whitehouse. He's hosting it. I've landed a seat there. Why? Because the power of possibility through authenticity. That's why. The best of the best in online business for promoting. Yes. And the Boot in the Ass Summit in November. Well, guys, that has now extended to a 2-day event because of the awesome turnout. I'm co-hosting that one with Michael Whitehouse. I encourage you all. The link is in the comments. If you're a speaker and you would love to come and glow and shine with us at the Boot in the Ass Summit, the link is in the comments to apply. Come out and be a speaker and bring everything that you offer. Please do. Okay? Also, what else is happening? Well, like we've mentioned tonight, we have a guided meditation hosted by me. The link is in the comments for tonight's portal. Guided meditation for release. Yes. So register your seat. How do you do that? You click the date, you click the time, you get to the registration page, you fill it out, and you hit register. If you don't do those steps, you are not in. Don't just go to the link and assume that you're registered, because no, a lot of people told me, oh, they missed my events because of that reason. No, if you do not get a confirmation email, you are not registered. Understand that, everybody. Guys, and there's another one that I've put up for the Harvest Moon on September 17th. Yes. And then my birthday virtual is the super moon of October 17th, but that is going to be a different kind of event. Why? Because you can bring your own booze. You can bring whatever it is that your heart desires and come and have some jokes and fun with us that night. Yes. The links are in the comments. And I encourage you all to do it. Why not? Why not? Why not? Where can you find our books? Well, with global distribution from Lulu, that means that you can find your books in every online bookstore in the world globally. That's what that means. Even Barnes & Noble. So when you're globally distributed with Lulu, yes, your book is even in Barnes & Noble. How do I know? Because I personally have quite a few that are globally distributed. Yes, I do. But the newest ones with the workbooks, you can find them at lulu.com, because no, they're not in global distribution. Only the originals are. Guys, I love you all. Andy, we love you.
We love you.
Thanks for coming out. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate your time, your energy, because that's something you can't get back. And we love you.
Yes, we love you. We appreciate you. Have a great day.
Have an awesome day. Make the magic happen. Love you all. Bye.
Bye.